Tommy, how you been? Good to see you again.
Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks for reaching out and wanting to have a chat again.
Man,
Sure.
I'm sorry it took a little while. Things have been
Oh, it's all
as
good, man.
life's been a little crazy, but we're finally, I think we do this every couple of years, but
We do. Yeah,
together,
yeah.
you know.
We're
We're,
here. We're doing it.
yeah, we're doing it. Of course, man, the new Wrath album, the
Yeah.
in the into the arms of Oblivion. See if I can say that
Yeah.
on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. And
Thank you.
it's been like what, a decade since the last full length.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've put singles out, we've put videos out, but since the last full length record, yeah, it's been that long.
Man,
So it doesn't feel that long, but when you look at it, it's like, oh yeah, and it's not like we've not been inactive, we've been doing yeah, different, just releasing music differently, But now, yeah, we were like, we want to do a record, we want to put another record out.
so what
So
what
we did
kicked
it.
that off? What was it? The thing that was like, okay, we've done the singles, it's full length time again.
Probably just a personal challenge as well to ourselves, it's as it's not the easiest thing to put something together and put it on a vinyl record. But also I think we felt we were at that point of like we can't re we'd exhaust we kind of exhausted every album cycle or single or whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? So if we just keep playing shows without a new record or new material, it's kind of we're just doing it to catch up with friends, basically, so we sort of needed something to make it relevant to go out and do a trip around the block again.
So I mean, everyone's sort of all over the shop now too. Hey, like,
Yeah, it's yeah, Karina lives down in Sydney, and it's fine, we're just navigating life, and but it's not as hard as you think, because of the space, and how we get together still pretty regularly, so it's not a big problem. It's not like we're living completely separate lives. We still do this stuff pretty regularly.
so does she just fly up or drive up and have a
She
back?
pretty much comes up, a couple of times a month,
Yeah.
spends the weekend here, and we do a whole bunch of music stuff, Brath stuff, and she's got her own solo stuff that I'm helping her with too. So we just play music for a few days and then see in a couple of weeks, that sort of happens.
How did that sort of process affect the outcome of the album? Like, did you find that doing it that way and you're not, it's, she comes up every couple of times
Yep.
a month, and the other guys, do you find that, that has, boosted that enthusiasm to be creative, seeing
I
each other?
think it forced us to be more organized and like sort of set goals, as opposed to like when we all really lived close together. Oh, I'll just see you on Wednesday night. And
Yeah.
maybe most of the times we didn't even make any music. We just go and get a ramen and have a beer and hang out. And oh, yeah, just play a couple of songs. Oh, that'll do. I'll see you next Wednesday. So, but this is like, it kind of forces us to kind of like utilize the time, make some goals, like actually not waste the time. So it actually probably forced us to be a bit more, okay, shit, all right, you're only here. Or you know what I mean? Like, it's not like we could just hang out once or twice a week. So it did force us to actually go, shit, all right, let's use this time. What are we going to work towards? That sort of, so yeah, if anything, it actually made us more organized.
So I find with our guitarist lives on the sunny coast, so
Yep.
it's a mission for him to drive down, like,
Yeah.
and with us. So we try
Yeah.
and like make sure as soon as he gets in there, we're ready to go, and we're just
Yeah.
try and get that for him. You know what I mean? And I do
You
get
you
that.
utilize the time better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Because it sucks the times he's come down and stuff's been broken, or we're trying to fix.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. And I guess when you live close by, it's not a big deal. You just go
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, all right, well, let's just, watch and listen to some music and hang out. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
I'll see you next. I'll see you next Tuesday, whatever. It's not a
yeah.
big deal. But now it's like, okay, shit. All right, we
It-
have to like map that time out, make something of it, you know, and make it work. And so yeah, it's always it's always a juggle. But in some respect, it's you know, in some respects it sucks. But in another side, it has made us be more organized.
yeah.
And yeah, you know, especially when you're writing an album, and you know, we have to like, all right, let's lock in. You know.
That's it. That's it. And
Mm.
you stated that, writing the album gave you an outlet to deal with, personal experiences with grief and loss
Yeah.
you were going through during the time of writing it.
Mm.
You know, how did that sort of shape the album? Like, what was
Uh,
that triggered it for you?
well, I think this band has always been uh, an outlet for myself. You know, I'm not sort of writing make-believe monster stories. You know, it's always been that's the reason. That's the reason why we got into this band, or the aim of this band was just like we can just this can be a positive outlet for whatever's going on. So that's just another, and I think I've sort of went a bit deeper with it this time, even though it feels weird, you know, like to just kind of be like, just sink into the vulnerability and go, all right, well, you know, it's almost embarrassing to show your bandmates that your lyrics, you know, I write these songs and show them, and then I'm like, what do you know, I'm waiting for them to like give me some shit or something, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know, but they support it, you know, they support it, and it's like, all right, well, that's what music is, right? Like, that's what this art is. Let's be vulnerable. Let's do it, you know, instead of sort of holding back. And yeah, so I just kind of sunk into that and just went, all right, I'm just gonna go all in, you know, I'm just gonna put the heart on the sleeve and just this is art, let's do it, you know, instead of kind of like, "Ugh," yeah, you know, so it's been a cool exercise in just, you know, really going 100% into that and just going, right, you know, like that's, you know, so it's probably more less riffs and more, you know, my focus was on melodies and the structure of being catchy, but also the structure, yeah, the lyrics,
Mm.
and that makes this album different to the other ones, you know.
Yeah,
Or I did, yeah.
100%. 100%.
Mm.
Have you found that, maybe your influence has changed as well over the years, as you've gotten a bit older and things like that, and
Uh,
affected the writing of it as well?
Potentially. We've always tried to do something different. Every album or everything we write, I'm kind of always kind of trying to do something different, you know, which has been cool because we've never been locked into this is what we sound like, you know, and you can tell by all the albums, all the music we've put out, there's a wide range of shit going on, you know. But I think I was just maybe like leaning more into what we're good at. You know, I think we're good at just, you know, being a solid rock band with good vocals and good backups and that stuff. I think we're good at that stuff. So I went, we'll leave we'll leave the riffery and the solos to Snake Mountain, and we'll just do what we do. You know what I mean? And I am like, it's really hard to. I mean, like, you know, we can do riffs, and we've done riffs, and we've done all that sort of. You know, let's make one song sound like four different songs. You know, and I think it's really hard to write a simple song.
Yes.
As in, you know, it's really hard to write something that, you know, when someone listens, go, "Oh, that's really, it's quite simple." But actually, you know, putting everything together with the melody and that, and it's really hard
Yes.
to not be technical,
Because you want to.
you know?
Yeah, you want to go all out, and but to strip
Yeah.
back is something that is quite difficult to do and make it.
Yeah.
But you did it. You've done it.
We've tried to, yeah. We've definitely tried to.
You
And
smashed.
and each song is different, you know, like, but we've definitely leaned into like being a rock and roll band to just keep, you know, let's make people move and make people, how am I going to put a hook in their head without a crazy riff, you know?
Mission accomplished, man. That
Oh, thanks.
done it. Oh, it's a fucking good album, eh? Like,
Yeah, thanks.
man,
Appreciate that.
still gonna Dan
I
about it.
appreciate that.
Yeah, and he's like, "It's sick," and I was like, "Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah,
That's
we're like,
great.
it's good, man. Um,
Thank you.
yeah, love it." And you've got a cover of Pyre Awakened Vampire,
Yeah.
Bantha
Yeah.
Fodder. That's a song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the song, yeah.
Yeah,
So
but the band, yeah, Bantha Fodder, the Brisbane.
Bantha Fodder, Brizzy band, yeah. So
Yeah.
that was a band, when we were like just getting into bands, not even 18 yet, discovering local bands, starting to like, chase bands they were one of the bands I was like, I want to do that. That band's fucking awesome. So it's a bit of a tip of the hat, because that was the idea around, oh, we haven't done a cover on an album before, but I was like, we're gonna do a cover. Let's do something left field. Let's bring this song, this band needs to be known by the next generation that's never gonna get to see them. So yeah, not I guess not everybody would know that.
No, but have they heard it? They might have you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I reckon we recorded the song and then I like sent it through to those guys and just kind of got the okay and they were just like, what? Like, you know. So yeah, I just went, oh, just I'm just writing, just we're recording another album and I want to know if it's okay if I put this one on it. What do you think of this? And yeah, they were just like, dude, that's they were pretty blown away and appreciative.
That's rad. That's so cool.
Yeah, because
Man.
it's a great song. It's a fucking awesome song.
Yeah. No, it is right.
Yeah.
No, it's really
Yeah,
good.
it's a cracker. Yeah.
Man, I think more bands need to do that, especially with bands like bring, like as you said, bring it forward for the next
Bring
generation.
it forward to the next generation, but also like, I mean, we all have local bands that maybe were before you start seeing Slayer and all these fucking bands and stuff, when the local bands that really kicked you off where you're like, I want to play drums like that dude, like we've all got bands like that. Yeah.
Oh man, back of the Troc days, you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like there was heaps of bands like that. But
Heaps of bands. They were your apprenticeship days.
yes,
You're
yeah,
looking
that
up
was.
to local bands, like looking up to local bands before you started looking up to the big boys.
That's it, man.
Mm,
Wild. I remember seeing like
yeah.
when She Had and stuff would roll through, and
Oh,
be
yeah,
playing
we
like
saw so many bands back in those days. Oh, back then, and we had a lot of bands come through the Gold Coast.
yeah, it was good, man. It was good.
It was good.
But
Yeah. But
we
there was
had
a lot of really good local bands too,
it
you know.
was yes.
Not there isn't now, but I feel like there was more. Maybe I'm wrong, but it
Oh
felt like there was just lots and lots of bands, like local bands, all doing different things, punk bands, metal bands, like across everything. There were so many local bands.
mm. No, there was, and
Mm.
it's a lot less now. The Gold Coast scene has really taken a hit. There's bands,
Yeah,
but
there's bands, yeah.
don't I don't see a lot happening on the Gold Coast apart from Moe's and Vinny's, which is cool, which is really good.
Yeah,
But it
yeah.
doesn't I don't know, more so the metal side of things. I don't know.
Right.
I'm seeing a lot on that side.
Yeah. Well, there's not a lot of young punk rock bands coming through.
Yeah.
There's no, not really, but I mean like genres change too. There's heaps of young bands, but they're playing different types of music that
Mm.
that's cool. Maybe we're just getting fucking older.
But we need more. No, 100% we do need. So when I see, especially when I see young generation, down
Mm,
the street wearing a shirt, like
mm.
it was probably over a year ago. I was driving to work and I saw this girl that was probably, man, mid-teens, and she
Yeah.
was wearing an obituary shirt.
Yeah, great.
And I was like, this,
I
it's
don't see you at the gigs.
but it's like no, but it's that next generation. You go, that's so important. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even if she's
Yeah.
found that shirt in, the dad or
Mm,
or the older brother or something's,
for sure.
it's we need more of that. More
We do, yeah. Yeah, and it's and especially now with a new album, it's navigating the internet and getting music out there is it's hard. It's a weird world out there. It's not clear cut, and you got to adapt how people consume their music with streaming and YouTube and all that. It's been a wild learning lesson to do it again, but now the rules have changed again, or how people consume their music. It's
yeah.
fucking hard.
But you got it on vinyl too, don't you?
We got it on vinyl. Yeah, we got it on vinyl. I've got one here. Look,
Oh, look at that.
vinyl. Big
Yeah.
old, big red one.
Oh, look at that. I'm gonna have to get one
Yeah,
of those.
yeah, yeah. So
You just
that's
scribble on.
Vinny's Records is doing that for us. They're selling that and distributing that for us.
Yeah, mad.
But but yeah, other than that, it's YouTube and Spotify, and what you need to do to get that out there is you've got to play that game of slowly releasing stuff and all those things. I'm not, I don't profess to know what the fuck I'm doing, but it's like, yeah, it's been a wild ride to learn how we get our music out to people now, and how people listen to music through streaming and that sort of shit.
Man, but you're doing good, man.
Trying.
Yeah, man, you're smashing it. Not just
Mm.
with the Wrath, but I mean, you're doing other projects as well. You know,
Yeah, yeah, I'm just playing. I think the Wrath is like, because this is I write. I'm the driver of this band, and that can be a lot. Sometimes you need a fucking break from it. Like sometimes that's why I play drums in all these bands, because it's like it's just real cool to not be the driver. You just tell me the date, let's do the gig. Like, so sometimes I need that contrast to actually not get the shits with the whole music industry and throw the bag in. So sometimes I'd be like, I just don't want to be the driver. Play drums with the Disables or Anti or Black Vatican Death Squad, or play guitar with Karina now with her stuff. I'm like, I'll play, man. I just don't want to be the driver. It's your turn.
man, that's
You
it.
know?
That's it.
So, but yeah, so it, we just want to play music. I just want to play music, but navigating in the music industry it's a soul sucker sometimes. So you
Yeah,
got to watch it. You got to watch it. You got to take care of it. Take care of yourself. Otherwise, you will get to a point where you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna go fucking play tennis, man, because that's like heaps easier than this shit, or something. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. But we've
So
all
yeah,
been there, man. We've all had those moments where we're just like,
yeah.
fuck, fuck, fuck.
Fuck all this, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you got to tread carefully, and kind of remember why you're doing this, and remember why you fell in love with it, and try and reconnect with that. Because if you get lost in all the internet and the shit and the numbers and the likes and the views, and you'll crash and burn, and you'll go
yeah.
and find a new fucking hobby or something.
That's it. That's it.
So yeah, we've been pretty conscious of that um throughout, you know, my music journey, or with this band. We've got to kind of sometimes remember why we do it, why we like it, why we do it, because if we get caught up in that other stuff, it's not going to go well.
That's right. And then there's the family aspect of as well.
Oh,
How it is for you
absolutely.
guys, being, that's your bandmates become family. It's
It
unavoidable.
really is. It
Yeah.
is. It is. We are, and I think we were talking that we just had a weekend together, everybody, and so yeah, just had a weekend of plenty of red wines and sitting in here making music. And we were talking about that, about like, because through releasing this album, I've had some other interviews like yourself, and people go, "Geez, you guys have been doing this for 22 years. Like, what's the secret?" It's not something we think about, and it forced me to think about it, where people are like, "How? What do you got to say to other people in bands? What's the secret to lasting this long?" And I think, there's no secret. I think at the end of the day, we still enjoy hanging out with each other and making music. Like, that's the basis of what we like. That, if it was for anything else, it would have fallen apart long time ago. But at the basis of it, we still like hanging out. We still like making music. And like you said, it's a family. Sometimes we're not all fucking rosy. Somebody's got a problem. Like, that's part of the deal. But we come, but when we turn the thing on and we make a bit of noise, it all sort of goes away, and we're all, we feel better now. So that's why I think, yeah, it has forced me to think about, shit, we have been doing this for a while. Or what is success in this music thing? Like, what is it? If we're aiming to like headline download
Yeah.
and we haven't made it after 20 years, are we a failure? Like, if that's the only reason why you're playing in a band, you should probably choose something else,
Yeah,
You're in
yeah.
it for the wrong reason,
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, yeah.
It's chasing that feeling, man. I'm forever feeling like I'm chasing that feeling of that half hour or whatever it is that you're
Mm,
doing or you're playing on stage. Like,
yep,
it's addictive, man. And when you're doing that with,
yep.
four other people or or five other people, whoever you got in
Yeah.
the band, and you
Whoever.
got that
Yeah.
connection, you can't beat it, dude. It really is.
It's
And
pretty good.
yeah, that's what being
It's
all
a little bit out of body, all your problems forget about the outside world for that moment in time, you get this positive uh outlet to fucking get it all out, it's a bit therapeutic in a way,
yes.
you feel good after letting it all hang out. Yeah, so there's all those things, and I think community is part of it, community, that connection with your bandmates, connection with other bands, connections with other bands from out of town, all the friends that you have because of this band or because of music, like most of the people in your life is because you met through a gig or all those things. It's quite community, and that's what people say about the metal community, the punk rock community, whatever. It's a place where you can be yourself.
Yes.
For this one point, whatever's happened in your life when you're younger, one day you find this thing and you're like, I fucking belong. I found my people,
Yes.
Yeah, and you're there, and that's what keeps you going.
That's right. That's right.
Mm.
And you always
Mm.
know your people when you're out and about too.
Sure, yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
feel you
that's
can be yourself. You don't
yeah.
need to hide anything anymore. You
Right.
can be as weird as you want. It's all good.
You give them the nod when you walk past them at the shopping. Yeah, when you're
Yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah. Good shirt. I
groceries,
see your shirt. Good
yeah,
shirt.
might be a bit bigger, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, this is what year three coming up, or year four coming up that you've been doing the residency at Movieworld Fright Nights.
Yeah, dude. So that's another thing too, we've like he's thinking about, but again with these interviews, all these like little experiences that we have, this band has given us these crazy experiences, whether it's playing with our fucking heroes or
Yeah.
touring. Not at one stage ever did we think we were going to be playing in the corporate section, because we are going to be ourselves. No one's telling us what to do. We're not, this is what we do. We're not in the corporate sector anyway. So yeah, a few years back, we got approached. I got this email and I was like, this has to be a piss take. Like, what the fuck? Like, okay, so correspond, and yeah, all right, this is, yeah, bam. So anyway, we do this thing, but it's like, we're going to play our stuff, we're not under any instructions, it's just like we just want that. But now we've done it so many times, we did it, and it's weird. It's not weird. It's great for a bunch of fucking horror kids like us to be a part of this insane event. Like, it's so crazy. If you've not been, it's like there's millions of dollars. Like, it's a world. It's insane what they put on there. It's amazing. Horror fucking event. Um, but I guess they've never really had a band that's a real band.
Yeah.
Whatever they've done before us or whatever is not, So anyway, they've just stumbled upon us and gone, we don't have to do anything to these guys. Just let them fucking play. They're already. We don't need to tell them. And if they would have, I would have told them to get fucked. You know. Or they have a couple of times, and I was like, listen, we ain't playing your fucking songs. Like, we're going to play our songs. But but anyway, we have a great relationship now with them now, and now they're just like the response that people have from seeing a real band,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we're not acting, we're not some sort of act band, we do it exactly the same as we would in a fucking pub. It's getting really good. So now they've just incorporated us into the whole thing. So we're the forefront, where the first couple of years was like, oh, we'll just put you on here. Now it's like the feedback's insane. Can you guys like open? Can you do, so it's like, yeah, all right, no worries. So I don't know how long that'll last, but it's a cool experience. And it's another thing where we just go, this is a great experience. Why say no?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cool, and it's made us a better band, because even at the start, it's like, we need you guys to play for 2 hours, 4 sets, 2 hours, whatever. And it's like, no worries. We've not paid for 2 hours before. Like, when you play your own headline show, it's, an hour or a bit over, so you're just faking it, you're like, yeah, no worries, we can do that, and then, oh shit, we got to learn all, we got to fucking pull together 2 hours of material, and then, okay, we do it, and then you actually play it, and you're like, whoa, my appreciation for bands that play for 2 hours plus just went up, it's like, man, but it made us better as a band. We've become a better band to be playing 2 hours every night for a fucking extended period. We got pretty tight, or
Back
you
to
just
back,
level up a little bit. Yeah.
doing back to backs as well. Like, you know what I mean?
Back
Like
to backs. Yeah.
that's boot
So
camp.
it's
You know, that's
boot camp. Yeah. Yeah. You walk out of there holding your knees and your hips and, fuck. Like,
yeah, but that's as you said, it does make you a better band. That's cramming like a year's worth of jams into you know
yeah.
into
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
month.
but it's another experience, right? It's another thing that just like this band gave us another thing. Like, so yeah, so they asked us again this year, and they're just like, they even said to us too that like they've never had a working relationship for this long with all that, all the other sort of contractors and stuff. But he's like, there's no way we can't ask you back. You've kind of become part of the people come to see you now. It's part of they expect you to be here, and it's like, yeah, we got nothing on. We'll come.
Oh, the experience. Oh yeah, this is
We'd
it.
never be able to afford all those pyrotechnics and that. They give us a pyrotechnic team and a lighting team and stuff. What, man?
I'm gonna pop my head in this year.
Yeah, you
Right.
should. You let me know, and
Yeah,
I'll sneak you in. It's fun.
yeah, I'll be keen, man. Yeah,
So yeah,
everyone says it's
but
great.
it's cool. It's cool. It's a wild thing. Yeah, if you're not being, yeah, even for us, you were like, man, the amount of money that they spend on this event. But I think it's like 6,000 people every night sold out, and they're just like mazes and actors and it's a horror fan dream.
Yeah. Oh man,
That's what it is. Yeah.
do it. Gonna have to do it. But
Yeah.
we've got a couple of minutes left by Zoom. Sorry to keep you, but I want to
Okay.
know,
No, that's all good.
are you hitting the road around this? Are you
We
gonna take the album out?
Yeah, we're gonna announce some shows soon, but I'm definitely in the yeah, that's all in the mix at the moment. So we're probably gonna put another couple of videos out. We're actually gonna put a video out for Pyre for
Yeah.
Vampire in the next couple of weeks. We'll put a video out for that. That's all done. And then we'll let you know where the shows are happening.
I was hoping it would have you would have been like, yeah, man, these are the dates right here, just for
I
you
would have loved
guys.
to. I
But
would have loved to. I would
they'll,
have loved to. But it's they're still getting cooked up. But
all right.
there's definitely I can tell you one day the Gold Coast show that we're putting together is on the August the 2nd.
Oh,
Um and it's gonna be a treat. We're gonna do it at Vinnie's and it's gonna be like a two-stage kind of festival type of all day kind of cracker. We're going
yeah,
all out. Yeah.
nice.
So yeah, it's going to be the mixed bill from hell. Everybody's going to be there,
Yeah,
and that'll be announced real soon.
awesome, man.
And the rest of the country, you're going to have to just wait, but we're coming.
Oh
We
man,
have to.
yeah. It's been a while, man. Everyone's hanging for it.
Yeah, yeah. And look, like I said, we had to do this album to make it use of it, like or to make sense to go and visit everyone again. But yeah, this is just, the feedback from the album so far has been good. Everybody's like, when are you coming? So that's good because if they didn't, we'd be like, all right, well,
Yeah, we're coming anyway. But
we're coming anyway. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
anyway, but yeah, I mean, yeah, we're still just trying to work out how to navigate how it's happening. But I think it's working, like just this slow build up and it'll build into we're just playing the game, man. We're just trying to work it out to get people wanting us to come. So a few more videos and go get that album into your ear for a month or two, and then then the dates will come.
hit the road, mate. It's gonna be get in the van.
Yeah,
The van.
get in the van. The trusty van.
Oh man, it's the best. It's my favorite times like ever. Like I love it. I love getting that van with the dudes and just getting up to no
It's
good.
pretty good.
Just
Yeah,
driving
I
them
do
up
too.
because I just don't shut up the whole way, and they're just like, are we going to leave him at the Big Banana, or are we going to leave him at Ned Kelly down in?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
where we
yeah.
gonna? And I was like,
They start
yeah,
turning the music up to try and drown you out. Well,
yeah,
I'll pay for the next servo pie if you can shut up for
shut
10
up, yeah, yeah,
minutes.
yeah. That's why they're like, oh, a lot of duct tape you got there, James.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Let's play a game. Let's play a game. Who can stay the most quiet for
I'm just, I'm just like, yeah,
That's so good.
it's always that one person in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. But bro, thanks so much for hanging out again. It's good to see you again. We're gonna have all the
Yeah,
links
you too.
down here and on the website, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, great. Yeah, get out there, have a listen to it. Let us know what you think. All the vinyl lovers, vinniesrecords.com, you know where to get it from. And they got a great roster of fucking bands now. So it's cool to be a part of that community too, where everyone's supporting each other. So get amongst it and let us know what you think. And we'll see you at a show real soon.